Binomial expansion. So this is the binomial theorem when we want to multiply with binomials. So the key concept is n is a natural number. So n is a number. And we have, so a plus b, and this will be to the power of n. So we're going to use NCR, where n is going to be this power. And then r, so this here, so this r here, if we were to write it, we'll be looking at our number here. So r is 0 and n is whatever number our power is going to be. So we're going to be using n factorial divided by n minus r factorial multiplied by r factorial. Now sometimes you may see this is written as k instead of r. So let's have a look at how we can write this. So we're going to start off, if we've got a plus b to the 4, this would be 4, we start off with 0, because this is going to be our first value for r, and we're going to work our way up to get to n, which is 4. So we're using a and b, so this is going to be a and b. Then we're going to add, so 4, the next term is going to be 1 times AB. Then it's going to be 2 AB. And then it's going to be 3 AB. I'll just move this out of the way. And then it's going to be 4 AB. I'm just going to move this out. Oops. Just move this as well. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And now we need to put our powers in, like we did when we were doing Pascal. It's triangle. So we start off with 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0, and then we work the other way. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So the next thing now is to substitute. So we're going to substitute our 4 C0s with our formula that we have here. So this is where 4 will be n, and this is going to be our value here, which is going to be our r. So if we've got 4, it's going to be 4 factorial. N will be 4 minus 0 factorial multiplied by 0 factorial. So if we have a look at this, this is going to be 4 factorial over 4 factorial. And this cancels. This becomes 1. So we just move this out the way. And just going to move that over there out the way. Okay, so that is what we actually did. So let's do that. So we've got 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial multiplied by a4. Now b0 is just 1, so that's going to be 4a4. So this one is 1, so we don't need to write it. It's just going to be a to the 4. So 1 times a4 times 1. So a4. Now the next one, we've got 4 factorial divided by, so 4 minus 1. So 4 minus 1 factorial. So we can replace that as 3. So I'm going to rewrite that as 3 factorial. And then that's times 1 factorial. 1 factorial is just 1. So 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial. And if we work that out, okay, so on the calculator, we've got the fraction button. So 4, shift, above here we're looking for the x and exclamation mark. So we'll have 4 factorial divided by 3, shift, factorial. Now if we're multiplying, we'd have to do the times button here. And it's just multiplied by 1 factorial, which we know is just going to be 1. Just to show you. And we'll have 4. So we're going to replace this. So this here is going to become 4. And it's a3 times b. Now we're going to have a look at the next one. So we've done those two. So let's look at the next one. So we've got c. So this is 4. So it's 4 factorial over 4 minus 2 factorial. 4 minus 2 is 2. So this is just going to be 2. And we're multiplying by 2 factorial. So in the calculator, so if we have 4 factorial, so 4 factorial divided by 2 shift factorial times 2 shift factorial, and this will be 6. So I'm going to replace this with 6, and it's a squared b squared. So we've done this one. So now we're going to look at the next one. So this is 4 factorial. So this is going to be 4 factorial. 4 minus 3 is 1. So it's 1 factorial times 4 minus 3, 3 factorial. So in my calculator, so 4 factorial, and this is divided by 3 factorial, and that is 4. So I'm going to replace this with 4, and a to the power 1 is just a, and then it's b3. So we've done this one. So now the next one. So this is going to be 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 4 factorial times 4 factorial. So 4 minus 4 is 0. And then we've got 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial, which we know is 1. So it's just going to be 1 multiplied. So times 1, which we don't need to write. A to the 0 is 1, so we don't write that. So we'll just have b4. And there is our final answer.